Hello everyone. So welcome in the session of self-motivation, self-leadership. Today we are going to just start the session with a very important message which you will get from this story. We all know the story how the caterpillar comes out to be the butterfly. This is the right example which says that if you believe in yourself, the world will believe you. But if you do not believe in yourself, you cannot make others believe. That is similar to if you can lead yourself, you can lead others. But if you cannot lead yourself, you cannot come out to be a successful leader. It's okay if you are not the leader for others. It's okay if you do not leave footprints for others. But it is very important that you lead yourself gracefully. You be a self-leader. Seeing this picture, what comes in your mind? The picture, the 5 stages are very simple. That the caterpillar is hanging upside down. The caterpillar is trying to come out of the shell. Finally, it came out, and finally, it turned out to be a very beautiful, lovely butterfly. But do you think the process would have been easy for him to come out as a leader, to come out as a butterfly without taking any help and doing all the struggle to come out with that from that small shell? Do you think it would have been really easy for the butterfly to do that? Obviously not. Let me just give you an example. Once there was a man who was just passing by, and he just found this caterpillar who was struggling. He just found the cocoon of a butterfly, and in that cocoon, he used to pass from the garden every day. And in that cocoon, one day he noticed that the cocoon mouth is getting open. A small hole. He could notice that small hole. So what he did, he just sat there and started seeing what is happening, what is going to happen now when the small hole has come. So what will happen? How the butterfly is going to come out? So he just was sitting there. He was just observing whatever was going on. Then he realized that after some time, the caterpillar is making no progress. The mouth is not getting big. The caterpillar is unable to come out. Then finally, what he decided, after waiting for some time, after observing the things for some time, finally, he took a pair, he went back to his home, he bought a pair of scissors and he just cutted that cocoon. The butterfly emerged out of that cocoon very easily because there was a cut and there was well space for the butterfly to come out. But to his surprise, it couldn't unfurl its wings. It couldn't fly gracefully away like other butterflies who struggled themselves to come out of that cocoon, who used their own power, who believed themselves that yes, I can do it, and I did it. So see what happened then. The butterfly couldn't fly in the sky, and the butterfly couldn't the butterfly's wings couldn't develop properly, and in fact the butterfly spent the rest of the life crawling around with a swollen body and deformed wings. It was never able to fly. What message do you understand when I talk about this story? What message you have got? See, the person was a very kind-hearted person. He couldn't see the butterfly struggling. He couldn't see the caterpillar struggling, and the caterpillar was unable to come out of that. So he couldn't see that. So what did he do? He just came up to give his help. Help. But did you realize that his help turned out to be a big problem for the butterfly? There are many situations in the life where you have to show your own leadership skills, where you have to come up with your own leadership skills. You cannot every time depend on other person to take you out from that situation. If every time person just take you out from that situation, you will find that in life you have lost many things. So the story clearly tells, the caterpillar was not believing in self. The caterpillar stopped struggling to come out of that, and seeing that the other person just came to bring him out of that shell, to bring him out of that cocoon. So in that situation, when you do not believe yourself, people extend their help, but that help doesn't lead you towards the success. It is only you who can lead yourself, who can make yourself move towards the success. If you do not lead yourself, if you do not believe yourself, you won't be able to deliver the results. You won't be able to manage other persons. In this story, we have clearly seen that the kind-hearted help from the other person led to great problem in the life of the butterfly. The butterfly couldn't learn. Same thing if we take the example from our childhood days. When we were small, what we used to do? We started crawling, we started learning how to walk. And if just think, if a parents would have holded our hand every time, they never allowed us to walk alone, do you think you would have achieved, you would have learned how to walk? No, you wouldn't have learned how to walk. You wouldn't have been walking today. It was you. It was the parents who believed yourself, and then it was you who believed yourself that yes, I can do it and I will do it, that made you walk. At every stage of life, we show our own leadership qualities. At every stage of our life, we show how things help us, how we move towards success, how we go towards success. But the only thing which is required is your own willingness to do that. Your own belief on yourself. If you do not believe yourself, if you do not be a self-leader, no one is going to believe yourself, and ultimately for your life, you cannot hold someone's hand and move forward. You never know who is going to make you move towards the success and who is going to make you away from the success, who is going to just use you for his benefit. So for that, if you want to protect yourself from the external environment, struggle yourself to come out, struggle yourself to shine in the sky. The people who struggle, the people who be a self-leader are the one who shines in the sky. Shining doesn't mean earning in billions. Shining just means having a name. So with the story, if I'm not wrong, the story clearly gave you the meaning that it is very important to trust yourself, to believe yourself, because it is only because of the trust and your own belief on yourself that you can come out to be a successful leader. You can be a self-leader. Now, in the last session, we started discussing about the ways to increase your personal motivation. What are the different ways by which you can increase your personal motivation? The first way we discussed was invest in fundamental self-knowledge. You have to invest in growing your knowledge, invest in building your knowledge. Second is begin personal planning. Plan out for yourself, plan out for your achievement, plan out for your success, plan out for your personal as well as your professional life. Get activated, have some fresh air, go out, enjoy the beauty of nature, get some fresh air, do the exercise, and keep yourself fit. Have self-confidence that yes, I can move towards success. These are the 4 points that we have discussed. Fifth point, which we are going to start today, is understand what fulfillment looks like. You have to understand that if you are fulfilling something, how it is going to look like. Develop a level of awareness. Understand your dream. Know what you want to achieve and work out what they are. So first thing, what you want to do when you want to be a self-leader is you have to develop the level of understanding. You have to understand yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to develop those skills which will help you to understand your dream, along with that which will help you to achieve your dream. You know, if you want to achieve something, if for that you need to know first that where you stand, what you want to get in your life, what you want to achieve in your life, and what is your dream. So understand what fulfillment looks like. First and foremost thing which you have to understand to be a self-leader, to motivate yourself, is develop the level of your own awareness. 6 point says set realistic, achievable goals. I'm going to climb the Mount Everest because it's very easy. You know, many people go there. So I'm also going to do that. Do you think it is a realistic goal? It is an achievable goal. If I ask you to climb a small mountain, you cannot climb that. You come up saying that, no, it is not possible for me. And then you set the goal of climbing the Mount Everest. Are you working towards your goal? Have you practiced? Have you seen the realistic? Have you evaluated that whether you can achieve that goal or not? No. So you have to understand that any random thought coming in your mind, anything which you hear from others, anything which you see around, you cannot set a goal seeing and listening all those things. Setting realistic and achievable goals means the goals which are actually real for you, which are achievable for you. A person who has been a good runner, for him, if he set the goal of being a runner, if he set the goal of winning the gold medal, yes, it is a realistic goal. He can go for that. But a person who has never ran in his life, and you know, he cannot run also, for him, if he set this goal, it is not a realistic goal. So the goal differs from person to person. Goals are different from person to person. Knowing their ability, knowledge, skills, then only you are supposed to set the goals. Goal setting is vital to success. Yes, if you want to succeed in your life, if you want to achieve success in your life, you have to set the goals, because goal is something which gives a meaning to your life. It helps you to identify what you want to achieve in your life. Where do you see yourself? What you want to get from your life? Where you want to reach? What inspires you? For what you are loving? So goal setting is something which is very vital, which is very important for the success of an individual, even for the success of the organization. A person who set the goal, an organization who set the goal, they get the success. They see the success more closely. They just see where they are, where they'll be reaching, what they'll be achieving. So you need to set realistic goals, which are the goal setting, which are vital to success. Remember, everything makes sense to you. Whatever goal is running, whatever you want to do in your life, everything makes sense to you. Having goals set helps you to recognize your skills and find the energy. When you set the goals, it will help you to recognize your skill. It will help you to find the energy around you. It will help you to reorganize that. Many times you have some skills, you have some knowledge, but you do not have any goal. You're simply moving with running behind the crowd, and ultimately your skill, your energy, your knowledge, everything is just packed in a box and dust is just coming on it, and it goes in vain. So you need to understand that you have to recognize your skill, and the skill recognition can only be done when you set the realistic and achievable goals for you. Because when you set the goals, you'll just try to achieve those goals. You will quickly be able to clearly visualize that success. One of the most important benefit and the reason for setting the goal is to visualize your success, to see your success. If you want to see your success, if you want to visualize your success, it is very important to set the goal. When you set the goal, you'll see where you are going to reach. Right? If you are setting the goals, don't you think you are going to see that, okay, this is where I am reaching, this is what I am getting. So you will be moving close towards your goal. Just think that if we are if you want to start our own business, I've done all the kind of planning, and what will motivate you to give your best efforts is you are just seeing yourself having your own business. You're just seeing yourself, you're just in your dreams, you're just visualizing yourself as an entrepreneur. People coming saying that, oh, finally you could successfully achieve your dream, achieve your goal. And that is the visualization which you do and which helps you to move closer. So make sure you just set the realistic and achievable goals for you, which will help you to visualize your success and which will keep you motivated to move closer towards your success. Next is develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence point out ways in which we deal with our emotions. Getting angry, always smiling, extrovert person, always being with the stress, always worried about team performance, doubting your abilities, worrying about your well-being. This emotional imbalance is taking you nowhere. You are not getting the results which you want to get when you are not emotionally fit. Emotional intelligence means how you control your emotion, how you get control over your emotions, how you deal with your emotion. Let's say you are getting very angry, you're not in a good mood. How you deal that thing? How you control your anger? How you bring back yourself to the normal state of mind? That is emotional intelligence, and that is very important. A person who is emotionally balanced, who can control his emotion, who can manage his emotion, he's a person who can increase his personal motivation, who can increase his motivation, and who can be a motivated person. So it is very important for you to practice your skills, develop those skills by which you can have control over your emotions, that how you're going to deal with your emotions. Identify, understand, and respect the people with whom you interact can help build stronger relationship. Now, if you can identify and understand and respect the people with whom you are dealing, you will end up building a good relation. And there again, emotional intelligence is very important. Satisfaction achieved through positive relationship motivates you. You have a positive relation, you have a good relation with your team, it is going to motivate you, it is going to help you to keep yourself happy, to keep yourself boosted. So satisfaction achieved through positive relationship will always leads you towards motivation and positive. When you will be dealing with those kind of people with whom you have built a strong relationship, both of you are going to understand each other. Clashes, unnecessary arguments, those things are not going to be there. And that is why we say that building a strong relation is very important if you really want to feel motivated by working with someone. And understanding, identifying, and respecting the people is one of the way by which you can build a strong relation. Don't lose focus. Focus. You're driving a car. Let me take a small example. You're driving a car. Focus is lost. So are you. Writing the exam. Focus is lost. Exam is gone. You're going on a straight road. You are completely focusing on the road where the road is taking, and just for a second there was supposed to be a turn, and just for fraction of second you lost your focus and you missed that turn. And because of that small missed turn, now you have to go for almost 30 kilometers, come back again and take that turn. Don't you think losing the focus will make you lose many things in your life? Obviously, it does make us lose many things. Face whatever comes in your life. It is just the life. You do not need to lose the focus on small things which are happening around you. It is okay if something happens around you. Accept it, because it is the life. Life is a roller coaster which will sometimes take you up and which will sometimes bring you down. But when it is bringing you down, do not forget that you will again get a path to go up. Do not let these challenges interfere with your work. At home, something happens, you're going through a bad day, you are mentally disturbed. Do not let that thing affect your work. At work, you are disturbed, you have not finished up the assignment, the boss is angry, he is yelling, you are tensed a lot. That doesn't mean you lose your focus and you do not focus on the things which are important in your personal life. No. Do not let these challenges interfere with your work. Do not let these challenges come in your life and disturb you. It's your life. Life is full of surprises. You cannot predict what is going to happen next in your life, right? So you have to understand that when life is a box full of surprises, don't let those surprises, those challenges interfere or stop you from your work, stop you and make you lose your focus. Do not let that thing happen. We all know, we do not know what is going to happen the next moment. The company running in losses, we are struggling hard to make the company survive from last 2 years, and finally now the management has decided to wind up the company. We are very worried now what is going to happen. We have to find out a new job in this pandemic situation where the people are being fired, there are no job vacancies. What we are going to do? And all of a sudden, the next moment you got an investor and the company has again decided to continue. What? You do not know what is going to happen the next moment. Just be focused. Continue doing what you were doing. Do not lose your focus and you will get the results. Be careful of distractions and mindful of staying focused on your result. I'm teaching, my mobile is ringing. What should I do? Should I get distracted and lose my focus on what I'm teaching? If I do that thing, it will take another 2 to 3 minutes for me to get back to the topic what I was teaching. As soon as I get distracted, as soon as I just see other things, I will realize that whatever I was speaking, whatever I was telling, I just forget that thing. I just forgot that thing. Now I have to again go through all the content and then I'll be back to the topic. That is the effect if you lose the focus. If we want a good picture, what do? Don't we just click on the focus to get a brighter face of yourself, to get a bright picture of yourself, to get a good picture? We do that. Same way, when in photos, it is very important to focus on the person. In life, just think how important it is to be focused. It is very important that you do not lose your focus at any cost. Things will happen, things will come and go, situations will come and go. If you are positive, if you do not lose your hope, if you do not lose your confidence, things are going to be okay. Do not worry about what is going to happen the next moment. Instead, focus on what you are doing at this point of time. Instead of worrying about the future and regretting about the past, you are simply losing your focus on the present, which will again make it a regretful past. Why you want to do that? Be focused, be determined. It's okay, that is just a life. If life brings challenges, it brings the opportunity too. Next, learn to think positively. It is vital to success. Good vibes only. No negative thoughts, no negative vibes. Let me just live my life with positivity around. Good people, good vibes. Positive people, positive vibes. So it is vital to success. Positive attitude allows to reach our goals. Allows us to create good humors, positive vibes, and relaxation with colleagues, friends, and co-workers. Do you think you'll like to sit in a place where there is negativity, where people continuously criticize each other, they're speaking bad about each other? Do you think you want to sit at that place? No. You never want to sit at a place where there will be negativity around, where the people will not be happy. They're always telling the bad things. They're always criticizing each other. You won't be happy to sit at that place. And that is actually true. If you'll get good vibes, good vibes boost your creativity. Good vibes boost your mood. Good vibes make you stress-free. Good vibes builds the strong relationship. Good vibes create a friendly and a happy environment. So that is the effect of good vibes. So it will allow you to create humors. It will allow you to relax with your colleagues, your friends, and co-workers. Just think of a person. Let's talk about your friend, one of your friends who always keeps on calling and just spreading negativity, is always having negative vibes, bad vibes. He's always saying bad about something, to us something, to other person something. Do you think you want to talk to that person? No. You don't want to talk to that person. So because that from talking to that person, he doesn't get good vibes. So make sure you have those positive vibes, you create a positive environment around so that you get good vibes only, which will help you to move towards your progress and your growth. Next point says invest in relationship. Relationship building is very important, whether it is personal or professional. Without having good relationship, without building the relationship, you cannot achieve anything in your life. In professional life, if you do not build good relations with your clients won't be dealing with you further. If you want to expand your business, if you want to grow in your business, if you want your organization to grow, your employees to grow, you have to build relation with each and every person within or outside the organization. One person cannot build the empire. We all know one person cannot build the empire. We are social beings, need other people to achieve dreams and share problems and be happy. One mind thinks in one way. Two minds gives creativity. Three minds gives us suggestion. Four minds give us the option to select the best thing, and that is how the empire is built. You want people to interact with. You need people to achieve the dream. You need people to share the problem. You need people to be happy. You need people to enjoy your life. You need people to share your feelings. Whatever it is, for each and everything, you need people. If you want to build your environment, if you want to grow, just take any random example of any of the successful organization. You will see that each and every person, each and every organization has a group of people who are working towards its growth. It was not the one person who generated the idea, who implemented the idea, who made the idea work, who moved towards the success, who has created such a wonderful organization. It is the group efforts. Idea can be generated by one person, but implementing the idea, creating the empire, is the group efforts of many individuals. So learn to invest in your relationship at hard times, at bad times. These are the only things which are going to protect you, which are going to save you, which are going to make you come out of the hard times. So learn to invest in the relationship, whether it is personal or professional. You have to learn to invest in your relationship. A good interpersonal relationship with mentor, superior colleagues and customer can make a huge difference in motivation. Yes. Good relations are the good source of motivation. You know, a day if you are just feeling dull, if you have good sources of motivation around you, you will feel that you are delivering greater results. You know, good relation with mentors, superior people around you, whenever you are going to feel low, whenever you will just lose a bit of your motivation or confidence, these people will help you to boost that thing. So make sure you always maintain good relation with the people around you, because these are the people who will help you out in your bad times. These are the people who will never let you fall down. And the last thing for personal motivation is don't be afraid to change. Change is the part of a life. So don't be afraid of change. It is leading you to a new beginning. You know, many people at the age of 35, 40 to start a new thing. They change themselves, they change their thinking, they change their way of living, they change their way of working, everything because they are stepping towards a new beginning, and change is always a step towards the new beginning. Let the change come in your life. Accept that change and work for that change. Don't settle into job and organizations that doesn't bring professional satisfaction. If you think the job is not bringing any kind of personal satisfaction, if you think the job is not giving you anything, it's okay to leave that job and search for the job where you get professional satisfaction, because without being satisfied, you cannot deliver your efficiency. You cannot give best returns to your job. So do not settle into the job or the organization that doesn't bring professional satisfaction. Settle for the one that aligns with your goal. You have goals for yourself. You have set goals for yourself. Align, do the job, go for the job which aligns with your goal. Your goals can be aligned, can match with the goals of that job. Settle for that job. If you are capable, you have the knowledge, you can crack the interview. Then why you want to settle into a job which is not giving you any kind of satisfaction? Settle for the one which gives you satisfaction. Settle for the one whose goals are aligned with your own personal goal. And don't be afraid to change. If for this, if you have to change your job, it is okay. Don't be afraid to change. Change will help drive you and give you opportunity to reach goals and objectives. Yes, change is a part of nature. Nothing is permanent. Even not our life. Our life is also not permanent. So nothing is permanent in this temporary world. We are also temporary. We do not know till how long we are living. So when nothing is permanent, how the things around you can be permanent? Accept the change. Bring the change, adopt the change, and just grab those opportunities to reach towards your goal and objectives. That should be the aim of your life, because change is something which will lead towards the new beginning. So with this, we have finished with the ways to increase personal motivation. Now, these are some of the ways which we have discussed by which you can increase your personal motivation. Because see, motivation is very important. If you are motivated, you can deliver the results. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life. But if you are not motivated, it is going to give you a challenge to achieve things in your life. Now with this, we have finished with the ways to increase your personal motivation. Now in the next session, we'll be discussing about the steps by which you can continue to motivate yourself during the bad time. You know, building the motivation is one thing, and making that motivation stay with you is another thing. What happens, we are motivated, but at times we find many difficulties coming in our life, and we just get diverted from that motivation. That motivation simply goes away. So in next session, we are going to discuss about what are the ways by which you can hold on that motivation towards yourself. Because when we are talking about a self-leader is a confident, is a motivated, is a good listener. So he has a lot of qualities, qualities which a leader has. Same way, a self-leader also possesses all those qualities to make himself a leader. So with this, we have come to the end of second session of the day. Now in the next session, class that we are going to start after 20 minutes, that is advanced communication. So we'll start with the advanced communication, where we will be discussing about the para language. Bye-bye. We'll see you after 20 minutes.